Hey guys, it's Ginger and excuse me. It is October the 13th, Saturday night. Just want to get on here and do a quick little Vlogtober number 13 for you guys. Not really in the mood to do a lot of talking or to even do this video, but I wanted to get on here and at least have a little something posted for today. I'll probably do a couple videos tomorrow. I did come up with 20 questions. I kind of did I guess a mashup of a couple different tags that I watched on YouTube, and just pulled the questions that I thought were kind of interesting or whatnot, and came up with 20 questions for a Halloween tag. So I'll be doing that sometime this month. Still considering doing the All About Me videos, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll also do a little book haul video because I did go to the library this morning. Today was the last day. I think it started Thursday, so it was 3 days, Thursday through Saturday. They had a book sale at our local public library. Filled a brown paper bag with books for $2, and I think I probably got, I don't know, a dozen, somewhere between 12 and 16 books maybe. I don't know exactly. Because I like put half of them in there and then left the bag sitting on the shelf. The lady told me I could just leave it there, and then I walked down a little further and was looking at the shelves, and I brought a few back to the, bag, and then kept looking and got a few more, and then just like added them in. So I didn't really count as I, went or whatever, so I don't know exactly. And they're still in the car actually. I'll get Justin probably to grab those tomorrow and bring them inside so that I can go through them and do a little video and just share with you what I picked up. There were a few others that I probably would have picked up. I think her name is Sue Grafton, and I think my mom has read some of her books in the past, or had read some of her books. Like she has the ones that's like M is for murder, S is for surrender, I think, or something. Anyway, I saw like the S one and the J. I don't remember what J was for. It was either J is for jugular maybe, or J is for justice. Those are only two J words I could think of. I don't even remember. I mean, I looked at it, but just didn't stick. And I thought about getting those, but then I was like, am I really going to find like A through whatever letter to start, getting up to J, and then the ones between J and S? And I was like, yeah, that just seems like a lot of work right now. So I figured, let's not do that. If I ever decide I want to start the series, I'm definitely one of those who wants to start at the beginning. So I would have to go out and find, A is for whatever. But anyway, and the same goes with, I saw a Pretty Little Liars book, but it had a yellow cover, and I think I have one with a yellow cover. I don't know which number in the series it is. I have like 2 or 3 of the books, because I bought one and then I borrowed 2 from another girl, and then I think she just told me to keep them because, she wasn't going to go back and reread or anything. We were both reading the books and watching the shows, and I never really finished reading that series, I don't think. I just know that it was, or no, maybe I did. I don't know. I just know that the book series is completely different from the TV series, but I say completely, 90% different. There's a few things that were, I guess, similar. But anyhow, so I guess I just decided not to pick those up. And then as I was about to check out, a lady came up and was looking at the shelf closest to like the little register and the table there, and there were like, the paperback novels and stuff. And I had glanced at them, but I didn't notice it until she kind of got over there and got right in front of it that there was a copy of A Time to Kill. And obviously, I've seen the movie 100 times, but I've not read the book. And I was like, man, I wish I would have grabbed that. And I kept thinking that maybe, because there's one lady ahead of me, I kept thinking, well, maybe she'll get out of the way before I, get up here to give my $2 to this chick and I can grab it. But no, she was like really into trying to read every title. So I didn't want to like go grab it right in front of her or anything. And so I didn't, but it's all good. I got plenty of books, and who knows, it'll probably take me 20 years to read them all, but whatever. But I'll share that with you guys tomorrow, hopefully. If nothing changes, I should have time to do that. So yeah, after I went to the library, I stopped by Cash Savers grocery store. They were supposed to be having like a meat sale, but they had like these really big packs of hamburger meat, and I learned the hard way not to buy hamburger meat from Cash Savers. Like, I haven't had any issues with their other meat products, but they're like, if you set their hamburger meat out and you don't cook it that night, there is no saving it for the next day. It will be like gray or brown or what. It's just gross. It will not stay fresh for long once it's not frozen, and that's a little scary. So yeah, we don't buy hamburger meat there. Now, I mean, we know the guy that works in the meat department. He's our neighbor, so like, he cuts the steak and stuff, so we'll get steak from there. You know, he'll cut it for us, the center cut like we like. And we've not had any issues with like pork chops or sausage, because I mean, that's prepackaged, they don't cut that there, and just other items. But for whatever reason, hamburger meat just doesn't seem to be the best quality, so we don't buy it from there. But anyhow, and then they had like ribs for like $18 for like 10 pounds, which I guess that's a lot of ribs, so maybe that's like a good deal. I don't know. I don't buy like racks of ribs very often, so I don't know what the regular price would be. I usually just buy like a small pack of like the boneless Western style ribs if we're gonna like put them in the crock pot and do barbecue ribs or something like that. I don't know. So anyway, but I just got a few meat products and a couple other little essentials. I had got like cheese and eggs and like 1 or 2 other things. But so after that, I was coming home and Justin called. He was on his way home from the deer camp. Oh, he did actually end up going last night and stay the night. So I did watch a few shows on the DVR last night, try to clear a few of those off. And again this morning I was able to watch a few and clear those off as well before I got up and showered and, you know, got out and about. So anyway, he and I were going home. We're on our way home about the same time, and then he had mentioned getting something to eat, and he had mentioned maybe Subway. And then I thought about it. We have a Jimmy John's that just opened up like in the last week or so. It's been open less than 2 weeks. So I was closer to it than Subway, and I was like, you know, I know that he really likes the sandwich there. I said, let's just go try it out. So I did. And the food was good, don't get me wrong, but I was just unhappy because I repeated my order twice to the girl and she couldn't hear me. So then there was a man, I guess an older guy, the manager, owner, whoever got on there, and he took my order because I kept saying I wanted the bootlegger because that's the name of the sandwich, and she couldn't understand what I was saying. Well, I did not order it as a number 14 because the number 14 implies that you want the entire combo. Well, we have chips, which I don't really need to be eating. I ain't even supposed to be eating the bread that come on the sandwich, but that's another story. And we had diet drinks here, so I did not want, you know, the full combo. So I was just ordering like sandwiches and pickles, and I was gonna go. Anyway, so then he took my order and I repeated to him. So it was 3 times that I told them no tomato, no lettuce. And what do you think I got? I got 4 slices of tomato and like the biggest freaking pile of shredded lettuce you've ever seen in your life. Like, it was a mile high by the time I pulled it all off of there. And in doing so, took off most of my mayo, of course, so just made my sandwich more dry. So it wasn't the best in the world. I mean, the sandwich was good, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to complain about their food. It was good, but it could have been better had they done it right. I also asked them for no tomatoes on Justin's, and I'm assuming they did that right. He didn't say otherwise. I don't know. But I just hope that the next time we go there that either we take our time and go in and make sure they get it right, or that they hear me. And I understand that they were busy, but it's kind of frustrating because literally, and this is not a lie and is not an exaggeration, when I pulled up to the window, and I know it's because they're brand new and, you know, I'm sure people are still training and they'll probably, you know, filter out a few people or whatever at some point, but there were literally 7 people that I could see in and around the drive-through window with Jimmy John's t-shirts on. So, of course, they were workers. And I had all those 7 people waiting around for my sandwich to be made. And that's not counting the people in the back that was making the sandwich. Nobody could get it right. Come on now. You got that many people and you still get people's orders wrong. That was a little frustrating, I guess. But anyway, it is what it is. Not the end of the world. So we ate, and I watched a little bit of TV. I've been watching season 2 of 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. So I watched an episode or 2 of that while Justin was watching a football game earlier, and then he kind of dozed off, took a nap. And then around 5, I made us some ribs and some broccoli and cheese, and we just had kind of a light supper because I knew, you know, if he wanted anything later, he did have like chips and salsa and some other snacks and whatnot. And I'd bought us some boiled peanuts, so, you know, we had, you know, stuff to snack on, so I didn't do a big supper. And then, of course, at 6 o'clock, the Alabama game came on, so we watched Alabama and Missouri play. Alabama won 39-10. Yeah, I think it was 39-10. So, it's a pretty good game. It's interesting. So we enjoyed it. And now there's some MMA stuff on. There, you know, some fight or whatnot. And I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to it. I've been on Facebook a little bit, commenting with Andrea, talking about some of our shows and her group, Opinionated Women, and we've been messing around on Snapchat some, and then a few minutes ago I started watching a new episode of, you know, 13 Reasons Why. I think I'm on episode 11 maybe. Yeah, so anyway, I don't even know how many there are to go. There's only a few more, I think, in this season, and I don't know if there's a season 3 or not. I haven't, like, looked into that yet. But anyway, it's been interesting. I don't know. There's certain things I don't agree with on that show, but it is what it is, so yeah. Anyhow, I said this was going to be short. It's 11 minutes long already, so I'm going to go. But I hope you guys have a great Sunday tomorrow. Hope your weekend has been going well so far, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.